Hey, friend. Oh, Alden, I like your hair. Look at mine. Can you
No,
pictures
y'all
on
know I
another
love
screen
y'all.
now?
If I'm getting on with like air dried hair, like this is Alden Au Natural, and this is never seen in public ever. So
Well, okay. Do you see this? Because my bangs are in that awkward growing them out stage, and can't do anything. This is it. I can either pull them back or they hang down in front of my face, and I look like one of those emo kids. It's true. The struggle is real. I love Sunday night. I'm so excited to see your faces. Makes me so excited. I want to do that view where you can see everyone. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yay.
We're walking around the University of Oregon Stadium right now.
cool.
It is really cool. It's like, this is like probably a $15 million like building. I don't know. It's like huge.
Is
I
it
don't even
cold there, Rachel?
No, it's not very cold. It's like, I don't know. I'd say like 70.
Oh, man. Nice. It's weird that it's like daytime there.
Right. It is. It's 6 o'clock here. So, but we are moving across the country in a month.
Oh, where are you moving to?
Colorado.
Oh my gosh. Raina Odell lives there. Do you follow Raina Odell?
I don't. Well, I grew up in Colorado. We've just been moving around for the past couple years for fun. And so I guess we're going back. I don't know.
Awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and kick us off. Thanks for hopping on. I know it's a holiday weekend, and I'm sure you have other things that you could be doing. But this call will be worthwhile, and I've made sure to record it. So I'm going to go ahead and mute. And it's going to be there's some really good content for all levels of coaching. So whether this is, you just kind of started out finishing up Coach Basics, or maybe you aren't even in Coach Basics yet, there's lots of good information here. So let me share my screen. And we are recording, okay? And let me go from the beginning. All right. And see, I'm gonna have to take a painkiller tonight because I have this horrible crick in my neck, y'all. I can't even turn my head that way. And it goes down it's happened before, and I went to the ER. I don't know what it is, but I was like, I need to do my call before I take this muscle relaxer, so I'm not sounding a fool on here. So, oh man, what the world? Okay, so a couple of things. Announcements. You can see our team page for available trainings. There are literally trainings the entire month of September. Val Bazo is hosting a 4 vital behaviors training if you really need that for some accountability. And guys, none of these trainings are required, but I find that it's good to constantly be in some kind of group just to move forward. And if you feel overwhelmed by Facebook groups, add certain ones to your favorites and make your challenge group and your training group a priority. So that you don't feel overwhelmed by all the different groups you get added to. So just, pick 2 or 3 that are most important and just check into them, because her information she's sharing is really, really great. And it just kind of adds on to everything you learned in Coach Basics. But we just want you always to feel plugged in somewhere. We never want you to feel like, oh, I'm finished with Coach Basics now. Is this it? Because there's always room for growing and learning new things. So if you need that, I posted the links in Team Shine United page. They're probably filtered through now towards the bottom, but if I can go back and tag you guys in it if you need them. If you can find it, great. So we have the 4 vital behaviors, which is a great next step after Coach Basics. And she is also running a Push to Diamond group, and she opened it up team-wide. If that's something that you want to work towards, that can be any level. It's just information and learning how to post about the business. And then we have our Coach Bet group, and that was just something fun I wanted to do for our team. I got the idea from Liesl Martig. It was a great idea just to kind of help you stay accountable to your goals and, get some money at the end, something like that. So there won't be assignments in that group. So if you're really wanting some next step training, I would definitely get plugged into either the Push to Diamond or 4 Vital Behaviors group. And let's talk about the health bets. If you need in a health bet group and you only have 1 or 2 challengers, just post about it on the team page and we'll get you added to ours. I know I'm running my health bet group with Rachel, Laura, Christy. There's a few of us. So if you need in that, just shoot us a message. I know several of you have messaged me, but my inbox is so crazy at the moment. I'm taking like customers and challengers first. And then like, so if I haven't gotten back to you, it's not that I don't care about you or love you. It's just that I haven't gotten to your message yet. So if you need it, send me a text or something, be like, hey, Jen, add me to this now. And I'll make sure to get you added. All right. So tonight we are talking about creating a monthly game plan. So this is a really good system, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really proud of these slides because I made them all by myself. But there's some good information here. And I will post this recording because my internet is fixed now. So we'll actually have a recording from this call. So here is something you can do. You can make your calendar for your post. When I'm talking to coaches on our team, they say like, I don't know what to post about. So you can get your calendar out. I'll show you my mini calendar. And I actually haven't filled in my post for September yet, but I literally just write the 3 topics in each day, what I'm going to talk about. And I usually do it like the night before, just to keep me from feeling scrambled. Okay, write down your goal and assign it a date. That is the biggest thing when you're creating your monthly plan, so that you can start to break it down even more than that. So write down your goal at the top of the month. Maybe your goal Success Club 5, then that needs to be in big bold letters at the top of your calendar. Maybe your goal is to go Emerald Coach at the top of your calendar. Maybe it's Success Club 10, Diamond Coach. Whatever your goal is, write it down on your calendar and assign it a date, because you're more likely to reach a goal that is on a time limit, I guess you could say, versus one that's not like, I'll just get there when I get there. Well, that's not really going to push you or motivate you to reach that goal. So assign it a date. And you know what? If you don't meet it by that date, change the date. It's okay. There have been plenty of goals that we've all set that we don't make by the date we said. But the thing is, we know we can look back and say, I worked really hard to meet it by this date. Didn't make it quite there. That's okay. I'm going to do it by this date. And you just continue to work towards that assigned date to your goal. And 3, create a daily to-do list to move from point A to point B. And these are very broad topics, and so I'm going to break it down for you. All right. So this is our team calendar. I don't post them in the team page a lot just because I feel like it's really repetitive. I talk about it, but I will make a photo album for calendars. So the first 2 weeks of the month, my strategy is to talk about fitness, challenge groups, clean eating, meal prepping, anything challenge group related. I do that for the first 2 weeks of the month. In this case, September 1st through the 15th. That's what I'm talking about. And my goal is to hit Success Club 10 by the 15th. So I'm using challengers to hit that first goal. And my posts are constantly going to reflect. Alden also follows a very similar pattern, just so you guys know. And it works. This is actually Melanie Mitro's like straight up marketing plan. This is who I learned this from, and this is who I base on. And it keeps you sane, so you know what you're doing, and it never changes. It stays consistent throughout the month. So first 2 weeks, posting about challenge groups. Some ideas for that, and you can jot these down. How are your challengers doing? What is a non-scale victory you had today? What are you eating? How did you make it? What kind of meal prep myth can you bust with what you did tonight? Is drinking water really all that hard? Like, can you still have coffee? Do you feel deprived on your meal plan? Just getting people to relate to what you're doing and sharing with them how easy a challenge group really is and talking about it. So for me, my health bet, obviously health bet has to start tomorrow. I have a Coach Basics group starting tomorrow, and my goal is to be at Success Club 5 by the 5th. Okay, so that's kind of how I plan it out. Guys, your calendar and your goals do not have to be the same as mine. I'm just showing you how I mapped out my month this time around. So where you see the purple, this is when I'm going to shift my business. After I've reached my goal, I'm going to shift to talking about business and the business side of thing, and talking to people that I truly believe will become great coaches. That's where my focus is going to shift. If I had challengers sign up later in the month, I will open a second challenge group on the 3rd Monday. I never like to have more than 2 challenge groups running at a time because it's overwhelming. Sometimes I have the overlap, but as far as like starting, I like to have them pretty consistent, 1st Monday and 3rd Monday if needed. And then the last Tuesday of every month, we have our live sneak peek. So this is just how I map out my month, and hopefully you guys, you can give me a nod or something. Is that helpful for you? Do you feel like that gives you a better game plan for how you can kind of schedule things? Okay, so now that we've talked about monthly or marketing plan, we're going to talk about how to break it down by the month. So when you sit down on the 1st of the month, you need to create your monthly game plan, and you need to plan with the end result in mind. Okay, so we're going to break it down. my yearly goal, so by the end of December 31st at midnight, my goal for our team is to be a 5-star elite team. Personally, I want to be a Success Club 10 All-Star Legend, which means that I've hit Success Club 10 for 24 months in a row. I'll be there in November. So that's a goal I'm pushing for. I know I can do it. And my other goal is to be an organizational leader. And my financial goal is to be earning $6,000 a month. These are really big goals for the end of the year, and I may not reach all of them. I want you to understand that. Like, these may not happen. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to push for them, and this is what I have on my goal board. And here's the thing. If I fall short, it's not going to be that much shorter because I know what it takes to get there. So moving on, after you write down your yearly goal, which needs to include something like rank, what is your Success Club goal, and leadership ladder. And also, you talk about your financial goals too. Like, you can be upfront and talk about what you really want because then your coach can help you build your business based around those goals. Does that make sense? Yeah? Thanks. Okay. So now I have my yearly goals. This is at the end of the year. So if you just started coaching, you still can have really big goals by the end of this year. I mean, it's only September. We have October, November. We only have 3 months left. Woo! Game time. All right. So monthly goals. Now I'm going to break it down even further. My monthly goal, Success Club 10 for my business, Success Club 5 for Jamie's. I'm going to work on recruiting 5 new working coaches who have a passion for the business. I want to help all my new coaches achieve Emerald rank and stay there. And I want to help those interested in advancing to Diamond get to Diamond. Okay, so, and also I'm really, organizational leader is my next step on the ladder, and I'm shooting for that because I wasn't too far from it last month, but I still have some work to do. So this is my monthly goal. Now, for some of you, your monthly goal might be Success Club 5, Emerald coach, recruit 1 coach for my team. Those are perfectly acceptable goals as long as your goals are aligning with what you want to do. And if you need help creating those monthly goals, talk to your coach and let's get them aligned to you. This is just my game plan, my personal one, and I wanted to use it as an example. All right, so now we're going to take it a step further. Oh, Lordy. Okay, so we're going to take those monthly goals and break them down weekly. So in my little planner, on the 5th, I have Success Club 5, and I have Success Club 10 by the 15th. I evaluate my Facebook page weekly. I look to see what had the most interest, the most attention, what people wanted to hear more about, and I ask other teammates for feedback. If I'm not happy with something on my page, I'll say something like, hey, so-and-so, can you go look at my page and just like see if you notice anything different? Like, did I come across different in a negative way this week? Just kind of getting someone else's opinion. And then my other weekly goal is to start creating team calls with like truly awesome content that benefits everyone on the team versus just talking about, you know, the same old over and over. So those are my weekly goals. Your weekly goals might be 1 Success Club point by the end of week 1, 1 Success Club point by the end of week 2. You know, I want to help 5 challengers this month. Whatever your goals are, as long as you have them. And that's like the whole point of this call. I want you to be able to sit down with your calendar and understand like your plan and what you want to work towards. So daily goals, breaking it down even further. For me, I like the Teamzy goal checklist. That helps me, but I just started using that and I've been coaching for over 1.5 years. So if you don't want to get on Teamzy, don't. Use your paper and pen. As long as you have a system of tracking your 4 vital behaviors of connecting with people, talking with people, inviting, doing your post, drinking your shake, as long as you're keeping up with it, whatever system that is, that's perfect. So here's an example of the 4 vital behaviors that I shoot for every day. And these are great ones for you to shoot for because what I wrote right here is what Teamzy told me to do to make $100,000 in the next year. This is straight out of Teamzy, okay? It told me I needed to send 5 invites a day, make 5 connections a day, and have 5 interactions a day. That is not a lot, okay? So, and I was like really surprised. I guess I just thought it was going to say I needed to be doing like 20 and 30, but that's not a lot. And then, 10 minutes of personal development a day. And then I work really hard to spend 10 minutes sending encouraging messages, post shout outs to my coaches and my challengers to help me stay connected and build relationships. And then of course my 3 posts on social media. So those daily like power hour goals, to me, that's not a lot. So, don't overthink this business. If you're feeling like, oh, I don't know what to do, complexity is the enemy of success. And this is a very simple business. It's just taking the actions to carry out those simple tasks every day. All right. So let's make it relevant to you. I'm going to stop my screen share and come back to the call. Does anybody have like questions, or this can be interactive? Like feel free, just pop in the chat bar first or wave at me if you want to add, take away, if you're not sure what can go on your team calendar, or if there's anything you just want to add, talk about. You guys are so pretty. We have such a pretty team. Look at Hannah down there. Hey, girl. If y'all ever need entertainment, go watch Hannah Mathis's videos on Facebook because they are hilarious. All right. Alden, do you want to add anything to making a marketing plan and goals? I'm putting her on the spot, so.
I don't know. I think you covered it. I think you did a really great job.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So you said like by the end of the year, your goal is to be making $6,000 a month. That was one of your goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do we know like what a good, so I've only been in the business for like a month, but how do I know what a good like money goal would be to make like throughout the month?
So Alden, you can help me out with this. Whenever I was very first a coach, I had the same question. I was like, I don't know how to be realistic about this. And the truth is, like, when I started as a coach, I made $30 my first month. When Alden started as a coach, she made like $500 her first month. So I did not do what I was supposed to do. It's kind of a hard thing when you're a newer coach. But what we can do, Rachel, I think, don't we have a one-on-one scheduled for tomorrow?
We do. Yeah. I was just wondering if you guys had like any suggestions of like a ballpark number, but if you don't, it's okay. I just figured it.
The thing is, I mean, I really want to say like there's really not a goal. I mean, too small or too big. Alden, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I mean,
I feel like for me, what I do is I watch the trends of my paychecks, and that's kind of how I do my monthly goal. Like I know, say I make this month each week for a month. Well, then I want to be able to, my goal to bump it up $20 a week or $50 a week or $100 a week. You know, I watch the trends of how my business is growing and making sure that I'm not going negative, that I'm going positive, and adjusting my focus where I need to and my volume where I need to so that I can make those happen. So it's just, for me, it's watching my trend of what I'm making in my commission every week to increase it that way. Like I could in no way be able to say, okay, in 6 months, I want to be making so-and-so. But I could say, for me, the way I like watch mine, I could say in 2 months, I want to be making X, Y, and Z.
Okay. Gotcha.
And the other tricky thing about that, and like, as your upline coaches, I try to monitor is like your volume, which we can go more in depth. It's actually our topic for tomorrow, but just like learning how to build your volume and to get like the maximum in those cycle bonuses. And here's what I want to say. And like Alden and several other of you, like Holly, y'all know me really well. So you know I'm telling you the 100% truth when I say this. Like I never in a million years in my first 6 months as a coach thought that this is where I'd be. Like the fact that that's on my goal board, and this is the kind of business like slow and steady wins the race. And if you just trust me and believe that what I'm telling you is that it compounds over time, this time next year, you're going to be like I'm telling you, those 4 vital behaviors and like hitting Success Club 5 or higher every month, like compounds hugely. And you're going to be like, seriously? In a year? Like this is what I did in a year, in an hour a day at my computer? Like stop it. And I'm telling you the 100% truth. Like, so we can talk about it more.
I see it coming, but it's like, it's just so slow right now, which is fine. I was just wondering like, what is realistic? Like,
oh yeah. Well, you know, I'm glad you brought it up because I'm going to like dive into that with you tomorrow. So thanks for giving me my topic. All right. I know that was really broad and it didn't really like answer your question so much, but I mean,
no, that's fine. I was just had to get it off my chest before I forgot it.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. Okay, Holly said, can we talk about like pages? Just make one. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so like pages. I am not a pro, but I can tell you what has worked for me. Do you have Instagram, Holly? I attached my Instagram to my like page. And I literally do my Facebook post and then I copy and paste it to Instagram and click the share to Facebook button, and it does my Instagram and my like page for me. Like I I personally haven't had just like tons of luck with a like page, but I can tell you that it's the same as your personal page, just like that consistency. Every now and then I'll boost a post for like $2 just to get like likes on my page. And hey, Holly, I can send you, hold on, I may have it if you guys don't mind waiting for just a second. There is a training. I asked Katie Ursta for it. Katie Ursta did a YouTube series on like pages. You may be able to go there and find it, but it's really good. And if it's not on YouTube, I know we can get our hands on it. But it's just like anything else. You just have to be really consistent, and it's a slower process than a personal page because Facebook wants you to pay for stuff. But there are ways around it, and I've learned that, and I can definitely show you that. And then also another coach, I'm going to write her name here. She does videos. Her name's Kaylee Hennessy. I may have spelled that wrong, but she's on the Dream Team as well. But like pages, I mean, they're a good thing to have. Would I go back in time? Like I made mine right off the bat. Have I like truly benefited from it? In a sense, because I've taken those people and friend requested them on my personal page. But as far as like ever really building a connection on my like page, I haven't been that successful. But don't listen to me because that's just my personal experience. There are some coaches out there that like skyrocket on their like pages and only use their like pages. Does that make sense? A little, kind of. I think if my internet went out, can you guys hear me?
Things like that.
Cable One is going to get a really ugly letter from me because a phone call obviously doesn't do the trick. And they're like, every time I call, they're like, oh, yes, we see the problem. We fixed it. Oh, yes, we reset this. Oh, you have it by a speaker. We fixed this. Evil eye. I'm sorry. Alden, thanks for taking over. But some people have a lot of success with the like page right off the bat. It's just like a lot of time, effort, and a learning process. Is that kind of what you were saying, Alden? Yeah. Anita Myron has really great tips too. And definitely, I mean, do it. Get yourself out there. I just attached it to my Instagram. And I just post to Instagram and it does it automatically to my like page. And the hashtags, I leave everything the same. And it seems to at least, get a few people. I get a lot of Canadian people, but as far as target marketing and learning how to sponsor a post, there's a lot of really good like free trainings out there for that. And I'll see if I can get Allie Van Arsdale to host a call for us on like pages. Would you guys like that? Is that something everyone would like to hear about? Okay, let me write that down. Talk to Allie. She's a hard woman to get a hold of, so we'll see. She'll do it for us, or she'll at least make us a video. All right. All right, so over in the chat bar, I want to hear some goals, or you can turn your speaker off. Like, I want to hear some goals for the month. Y'all are all like, oh, Lord. Look, you know what? I'm just going to unmute. I'm just going to unmute you all. There we go. Oh, there's a button that says unmute all. Okay. So are you guys, okay, here we go. SC10 or 5 on both accounts, Success Club 10. Oh, great. Congratulations, Kayla, by the way. You had a Success Club. At this point, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm muting again because the background noise. My bad. I didn't think about that. I'm sorry about our leaderboards, by the way. The Success Club points didn't reload, like fix themselves to like 2 days later. And I always make them on Thursday. So I was just thinking that's where we were. And then I saw that they weren't uploaded all the way. So look at all these goals, recruiting coaches. And yes, think of what you guys want to talk about in one-on-one calls tomorrow as well, because whatever you're like really wanting to focus on this month, I want to help you game plan like for that specific goal. Thank God for Labor Day off so I can actually like get on the phone with you guys. Hannah says she wants to get to 9. Look at her face. She's serious. I just love you. SC 5 or 10. And Beatrice got Success Club in her first month as a coach. Laura did. Like so many of you did, and I'm so like that never happens, and I'm just so proud of our last Coach Basics. I shouldn't say it never happens, it does, but it's just like you guys all crushed it. Like you killed it. Set the standard high. All right, let's see who else. Success Club 10. One more working coach to go Emerald. Holly, you were doing so great, and you are so close. Like let me say this to this team really quick. There are about 7 of you that are like 1 and 2 people away from diamond rank, which is out of this world amazing. And just, I'm telling you, slow and steady wins the race. Like, you'll get there when it's your time, and it's going to be great. Well, y'all are so sweet. SC5, I love it. I need coaches to go Emerald. Yes. And the last thing I want to say, because I told myself I was going to make this only 30 minutes because it's a holiday. In our Coach Basics that's starting tomorrow, the more you encourage your coaches, the more successful they're going to be. And I want you to think about how you felt when your upline coach like really took time to talk to you and encourage you and tell you what a great job you were doing and how it makes you feel, because that's how it's going to be for them. So the more that you invest in them in those groups, even if you're not the coach leading it, just the better they're going to feel. And guys, if a new coach does something, it doesn't always pop up in our news feeds. Shoot us a post in the team page and say, hey, help me go shout out so-and-so, or go show their page some love. Or if your page, if you want some more traction and you write in Shine United, hey, go like my post. I really want some traction. Like, we will go and help you. We are a team, and that's what we do for each other. So if you feel like you're struggling in a certain area, be like, hey, team, will y'all go comment on this? And of course, we 100% will. It just doesn't always pop up in our news feeds. So if you guys have something you specifically want to work towards, I have a lot of one-on-ones scheduled tomorrow for my personally sponsored coaches. And then if you are not a personally sponsored coach and still would like a call, I'm going to do those next week. So your time is coming. I have to like spread myself equally and not cram them all into one day. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for taking time on a holiday to hop on. I hope you got some valuable information. And I'll post these slides in the team page. And, you know, I would love it if you guys would kind of take a picture of your monthly plan and what you're planning on doing and working towards, and share a picture of it in the team page. And, you know, it's like I said, if you don't hit a goal at the time you said, oh, well, you worked so hard and chances are you still move forward. So that's all that matters here. So feel free to post those things and interact with each other. I am telling everyone all the time that I know everyone else thinks that like their team culture is great and all, but I'm pretty sure we have the best one out there. And I'm just really, really thankful and excited. So I hope you guys have a great weekend off. Sleep in an extra hour tomorrow, except for probably Holly. She probably is on a rotation. Are you? She's in vet school for those of you. Oh, look, she does get to sleep in. So you guys have a great Monday. And I'm looking forward to talking to you. Oh, last thing for my ADHD brain. Holly, we're thankful that you are safe and okay from your car wreck. And we are so happy to see you on with us tonight, and thankful that you are just good to go. We're sorry about your car, but we're glad that you are perfectly safe. So we love you, and you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.